Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. As autumn approaches, it is once again time for the EXO F.A.R.M limited time event in Astroneer. The EXO F.A.R.M, or Fuel Acquisition, Renewal, and Maintenance event, tasks you with collecting resources to produce various fuels via a Cauldrangea and shipping them off for event points via your exit request platform to unlock some new cosmetics, as well as other rewards. As with all other limited time events this year, the F.A.R.M LTE has received a bit of an update. So let's take a look at what's involved. Before you can even begin producing any of the necessary items for the event, you will need at least one Cauldrangea. You can find the leisurely Cauldrangea on Silva, the brisk Cauldrangea on Calidor, and the swift Cauldrangea on Aatrox. Use your compass and keep an eye out for the orange Cauldrangea nav point. If you are having difficulty locating the Cauldrangea, try looking for the auroras in the sky. You will most likely find Cauldrangeias near those. Use caution, however, as each Cauldrangea is surrounded by numerous local hostile flora, as well as the fierce lash vine. If you're using mouse and keyboard, you can easily use long reach to snag a Cauldrangea from its roots without danger. If you're using a controller, just dig up the hazards that stand in your way. Not all Cauldrangea are created equal. The leisurely Cauldrangea produces items the slowest, with the brisk being a bit quicker, and the swift Cauldrangea producing items the quickest. You do not really need the Cauldrangea roots, but they do look really cool. In fact, the Cauldrangea does not really require any platform at all, as they do not need power for production. You can package up both the Cauldrangea and the Cauldrangea roots to bring them back to your base. With the Cauldrangeias in hand, you can hover your cursor over one to discover the various event resources you can produce. 2 SturdySquash samples will produce Squashaline, which is worth 15 event points. A SturdySquash sample and a Mutant Spiny Attactus seeds will produce Adapetrol, which is worth 28 event points. Noxathane is produced from 1 SturdySquash sample and 1 Mutant Elegant Spewflower seed and is worth 40 event points. Unknown Biofuel is worth 50 event points and it is created from 1 SturdySquash sample and 1 Resipound. And finally, S.O.U.P is produced from 1 Leek and 1 SturdySquash sample and is worth 70 event points. Those event points will add up to grant you various incremental rewards and 3 new cosmetics. The Surplus Mask unlocks 800 event points, the Horn of Plenty Hat for 2400 event points, and the Thatch 2.0 palette for 8000 event points. I also noticed that I received a notification for unlocking the pumpkin shelter when I sent off my first rocket of S.O.U.P, so if you did not have that unlocked previously, you can get it with this event. The incremental rewards will include various resources, power producers, exo chips, data circuits from previous events, some automation items, a couple of terrain tool augments, jump jets and jetpacks, plus a brand new data circuit Model D with 5 variants, each containing a bit of lore. I received 1 of these new data circuits while unlocking cosmetics, and the other 4 as I continued sending off rockets full of S.O.U.P after I unlocked the cosmetics. So, where do you get all these seeds and samples to create this stuff? The Spewflower and the Tactus seeds come from digging up one of those hazards or harvesting a full-grown plant that you may already have. In my opinion, you will probably want to skip those as the items they produce are on the lower end of the reward point scale. SturdySquash samples can be obtained from harvesting SturdySquash. You can find SturdySquash on and near the mountains of Silva and Calidor and in the canyons of Aatrox. Since they are most abundant on Aatrox, I'd head there to get some SturdySquash seeds and pick up a swift Cauldrangea during the same trip. Leeks and Resipound can be obtained through the tapper attached to some new special plants. The Amaize plant can be found in the caves of Silva, and the Tuberyl plant can be found in the valleys of Vasanya. Once again, use your compass, because the plants show up as bright yellow nav points. The Amaize plant on Silva seemed to display on my compass at a fairly large range, though the Tuberyl on Vasanya did not appear until I was close by. Your results may vary. Once you have found each plant, just dig it up or use the interaction to harvest it and collect the seeds. One word of caution, I had numerous Amaize seeds disappear into the terrain when I used the harvest function, so you might want to dig those up instead. I had a ton of leeks and SturdySquash samples left over from previous events, so I used those and quickly knocked out the entire event in about 7 minutes. 4 canisters of each was more than enough to unlock all the cosmetics and even get a couple of care packages. Whatever resource you're using, you can attach either a medium gas canister for the gases or the medium fluid and soil canister for soup. This will allow you to send off a much larger quantity of the resource you're producing with each launch. If you don't have a bunch of resources lying around your base, you can still complete the event fairly quickly with a bit of prep work. Gather a few SturdySquash and Tuberyl seeds to get you started. You'll also need at least 1 Cauldrangea, some tappers, a few auto arms and medium platforms, a couple of proximity repeaters, and the extra request platform. Dig a small hole and plant the SturdySquash in that hole, and place the proximity repeaters down there as well. Make certain that the repeaters can target each other as well as the perimeter of the hole you dug. Then set up an auto arm or 2, filtered to SturdySquash seeds, and aim those towards your Cauldrangea. Off to one side, plant your Tuberyl seeds and attach tappers once the plants are fully grown. Now, set up an auto arm filtered to leeks that also targets the Cauldrangea. Be certain the Cauldrangea is set to S.O.U.P, then set up another auto arm filtered to S.O.U.P and have it target the extra request platform. Now make sure it's all powered and turned on, activate the proximity repeaters, and stand back and watch as S.O.U.P is produced automatically. It does help to have some duplicates of everything just to speed things along. The leeks are produced by tappers at a fairly slow rate, so you will definitely want more than 1 Tuberyl plant with a tapper. I was able to send off 7 more rockets in about 20 minutes with the setup you see here. And that's all there really is to it. I didn't go into details of creating anything other than S.O.U.P because, in my opinion, that resource really is the best option to quickly and easily complete the EXO F.A.R.M event. But I would love to know your thoughts. Head down to the comments below and let me know how you completed the event, and what do you think of the new cosmetics. And while you're down there, please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Likes and comments really do help my video to be seen by more people. And if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest Astroneer news, including leaks and information about the upcoming Glitchwalkers expansion, then be sure to get subscribed. I cover all Astroneer related news, plus my channel is home to Astroneer Academy, a multi-part video guide that covers every single aspect of Astroneer. I've also recently begun production on a special new Astroneer project for my channel, and you won't want to miss it. Plus, if you're subscribed, you will be able to find out how you can enter a contest to win a copy of the Glitchwalkers expansion for Astroneer that I'll be giving away later this year. And with that, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.